Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning or good day, depending on where you're from. Welcome back to another live stream. How's everybody doing today? Happy Friday, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning or good day, depending on where you're from. Welcome back to another live stream. Hopefully everybody's week is going well. Hopefully everybody's day is going well. Just going to take some time to welcome everybody into the stream before we get into any of the conversations today. We have a handful to talk about. We'll make sure that we get a review of this week's work. We'll make sure that we update the trading desk. We have some giveaways to complete. We have a handful of things to go through, but let's just start with a good morning. Hope everybody's day is going well. How are we doing today, Trader 007? Good morning, Ali. Good morning, Darts. Good morning, Mr. Zink. Hope your day is going well. Constantine, good morning. Bob, what's up? How are you doing today? Happy Friday. Ezekiel, good morning. And Cool, good morning. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody's week going so far? Let's see how we're doing on the week, too. Throw a 1 in chat if you're green on the week. Throw a 2 in chat if you're red on the week. And throw a 3 in chat if you've yet to trade this week. How's everybody's week going so far? Quite a week with FOMC. It's definitely going to be something that we cover here. Just taking a moment to welcome everybody into the stream first, and then we will. Good morning, Mitt. Good morning, Ncool. Good morning, Rav Boys. Good morning, It's Big Daddy. Good morning, It Flies, It Dies. How's everybody doing so far this week? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. You've made it to the end of another week. Good morning, Zach. How are you doing today? Mansoor, good morning. Nevres, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, chat, I'm going to let you guys get ahead of the game here, okay? Thank you to Lucid once again with some giveaways. We're going to do one giveaway from my Twitter, which you should be able to see that over here. We're going to draw these winners. Hold on. Let me get to it. Almost there. Why is it so far back? Here we go. Okay. We're going to draw these winners. That's from Twitter. But then I'm also going to make a deal with you guys. If we can get the like button up to 200, we're going to also do one here on stream. So we'll see where the like button goes today. But we'll do this giveaway for the Twitter, and then we could potentially do another one here live on stream, is what I'm saying. So let's do this real quick before we get over into any technical analysis. All right. Just wanted to do this live on stream as well so that everybody else can see the process here. See how it's just a random name generator. So everybody asked for giveaways. That's not exactly how it happens. I don't make decisions. I put names into random name generators. So must like and tag, must repost, must be following Ash and Trading Lucid. So let's do that. Like and retweet. We had 3 winners. Must be following Ash. Must be following Lucid. Is that how they do it? Trading Lucid. Yep. All right. Very good. I don't care if you have a profile picture. I don't care how many tweets you've done. I don't care when the tweet was. We'll just put that to the lowest. Minimum followers. I don't know. 0. There you go. That way, anybody can get it. Anybody that interacted with the post. All right. So let's see. Let's get that completed. 3 winners for 350K flex accounts at Lucid. If this thing loads, we'll see. What's going on here? Did we break it? Surely we didn't break it, right, chat? What's going on? Why is it not loading? Well, let's try that again. What the heck? Of course that doesn't work. Copy the link, like and retweet. Put the link in there, like and retweet. 3 of them. Ash trades. Trading Lucid. Okay, let's try this again. All right, maybe it works this time, or maybe it doesn't work at all anymore. I guess we broke it. Well, we'll have to come back to this then. I will still stand on the deal in terms of likes. I guess the Twitter one's going to have to wait, so we'll come back to that. Not really looking to miss New York Open because this thing isn't working properly. If you guys get the like button to 200, we will also do 3 here on the live stream. Okay, so if you get the like button to 200, we will also do 3 here on the live stream, along with the Twitter giveaway. All right. Good morning, Luca. Good morning, dude. Where's my stop loss? Good morning, Jero. Good morning, Sergio. Good morning, Manjeet. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody's week going so far? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Osho, good morning. How are you doing today? Petro, good morning. MRD, MX, good morning. Hopefully everybody's day is going well. Hopefully everybody's week is going well. Let's also take a look at price here. In the beginning of the week, we had a conversation regarding no wick candles. Okay. You could also see the reels that go on my Instagram or some of the shorts that we've been posting also going over this highlight. So I believe it was Monday's live stream here on the YouTube channel. We had pointed to this right here. We had a conversation about this candle specifically because there was no wick on the bottom of this candle. And we had stated that this is going to be some form of drawn liquidity, right? We pointed to the bearish FEG saying that we're going to look to see if that rejects price to send us to that level. Okay, so go back and watch the Monday's live stream if you want, but this is just pure gold here. Pure gold, a bearish FEG acting as resistance, a no wick candle acting as the drawn liquidity. So, of course, right? Of course, they go and do that on Wednesday. Why am I saying of course? Right here. Right, like if you just looked at the economic calendar, you can see that Monday and Tuesday had nothing. So, you know, let's just build liquidity here. Let's consolidate Monday, Tuesday, and let's make the real move on Wednesday. Of course, they would use FOMC to do that along with PPI. Your only red folders on the week, right? Yeah, we did have unemployment on Thursday, but we know that FOMC is the important one, right? So just hopping down into a lower time frame there, you can see that, right? This move occurs Wednesday at 8:30. That's PPI right there, right? Wednesday at 8:30, you get PPI. We're leaving the bearish FEG. We're using PPI to send us lower. And then we consolidate into FOMC, which brings us to the target. I mean, just go figure that they use the news to make the move on the week, right? So just some logic for moving forward, right? Getting on the economic calendar, making sure we know when the important times of the week are. That way, when we go to prepare in the beginning of the week, we can, set roadmaps like that. And this one was beautiful. So if you also watch the reel, you'll get the live stream highlight of me talking about the no wick candle. A quick 30-second clip of why is it so important. And now you can see it afterwards. So beautiful move. Absolutely beautiful move. We've taken out both targets too, right? If there was another bearish target, it would be a swing low, right? But now what I'm looking at is this right here. This can't be denied. NQ did not run below that Tuesday low where ES did. Right? So very clearly bullish SMT there. Okay? So if we were to have some kind of retracement, some kind of relief of this bearish move down, it is showing some bullish SMT. So it makes sense for some kind of pop back into the range. So as we're going through this, please be patient with me. Let me get some screenshots so that I could also update the trading desk in Discord. Okay, so give me a second here. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to explain, and this is what I'm pointing to, is that we swept out a swing low, and at that swing low, we are now showing bullish SMT, right? So to now move from external back to internal to this bearish FEG, that would make sense in terms of external to internal. So I'm going to look at this for today's session. Let me get that screenshot now. Give me a minute here. Okay. All right, there we go. Let's get that over there. And so NQ is going to be the same exact information. Okay, it's two correlated pairs. They should be moving the same at the same time, right? So in terms of having a bias over here, right, I am looking at the same information. Doesn't have an FEG to target in here, but we can just go and target previous day high. Right, we know that that's an important level as well. So going like this. Thinking that maybe the SMT gives us some kind of pop back inside the range. So we'll see if NQ could go back to previous day high. We did already take out previous day low as well for both ES and NQ. So that important level has been taken. All right, that's NQ. Okay. All righty. Hey, good morning, Nico. Good morning, Eliza. Good morning, Rosario. Good morning, Jelly. Good morning, Mikey. Good morning, Rod. Just getting some of our analysis done heading into New York Open here. Getting our biases completed, starting to get prepared for the day. Creating a game plan, getting through the assets that we watch. Hopefully everybody's day is going well. Happy Friday. Let's finish this week out strong. Let's finish this week out strong. Oil, with all the news that's happening, this thing has been on fire. I want to see if the bullish FEG continues to provide support. Right, it's just It keeps getting bought up right above this bullish FEG, so we'll see if it moves to the swing high here. So this is what I would look at on oil. Oh, wrong button. All right, let me get a screenshot of that one. So that one, bias, daily chart. Bias remains the same. We were already bullish on oil from that bullish FEG, so we'll see if that move continues. Got my first payout. W for the Prince. Chat. Throw a bunch of W's in chat for the Prince. First payout. Love to hear that. Let's go. Let's go. Congratulations. It's amazing to hear. All that time, all that effort, literally paying off now. Let's go. W. Love to hear that. All right, dollar. Dollar failed to make it to the swing high here. I was bullish on the dollar from here when we were at the bullish FEG, and we had a nice move. Looks like it fell short of the swing high, and now it looks like if we've also invalidated this here too, maybe the bear stepped in, which that would be good for NQ and ES. Euro also invalidating this bearish FEG here as well. So let's see if this bearish FEG on Euro gets right. It was resistance. Let's see if they've now turned it into support, and then see if we can move to the swing high. So hopefully, because I would like to see NQ and ES go higher. So if dollar goes lower, that definitely gives ES and NQ a better chance to go higher. Let's see if Euro has flipped this FEG, and let's see if that could go to the swing high now. And so the bias on dollar is essentially going to be the same because it's just inversely correlated to Euro. All right. Let me just get one screenshot of the dollar, and then we are good to go. We got 8 more minutes before New York Open. For any of the new people that just joined, I made a deal earlier in the live stream that we will run a giveaway if the like button gets to 200. So if you guys want to see a giveaway here live on the stream, smash that like button. So dollar also invalidated the bullish FEG, so we'll see if they flip that into resistance now to send us to the low. All right, last screenshot, and then we're ready to go, chat. We are ready to go. Okay. All right. Last chart. get this over here, and we're good to go. What is New York Open going to have for us today? What do you guys think is going to happen for NQ and ES? What do you think? Are you guys bullish or bearish this morning for New York Open? Right bull or bear in the chat. Let me know if you guys are looking for higher prices to start the day or lower prices to start the day. What is New York Open going to give for us? What are we going to get here? What do you all think? You guys got to hear my analysis, so what's your bias now? Handful of bulls, okay. Okay. Majority bulls. All right. Above 500 to go to 700, 723. Let's hop down to the lower time frame. Let's take a look. Up to here. Okay. All right. Let's take a look. See what we get here. Waiting for IB at 10:30. Okay. Took a loss today on ES buys on the 15-minute breaker. Let me take a look at ES. 15-minute. Up here, I'm guessing. During London, this one. If we're talking about buys on a breaker. Yeah, that definitely went lower. So, you know, don't let one loss completely tilt you. Losses in this business are inevitable. Okay, so go right on to the next one is what I'm trying to say. Right on to the next one. But yes, that would definitely be a loss there. Right on to the next one. Lots of bulls in chat, though. Okay. All right. Well, let's see if we can get them higher prices. Previous day high might be taken for nice shorts. Also, OPEX today and quad witching. Very good job bringing that up. Yep, so if anybody doesn't know what that means, that is definitely going to be volatility, to say the least, right? Don't really need to go into the definition of each one of them. All we need to know is that it's going to cause volatility, that's for sure. Not on the economic calendar, though. So let's see, are those even, those aren't even orange or yellow folders, right? Yeah, they're not. So OPEX and quad witching. Thank you for bringing that up, Mikey. Very good job. Oh, wrong one. All right. We got 3 minutes before New York opens. Let's see what price is going to give us today. Good morning, Ash. Can you tell how to spot a unicorn after New York Open? Well, we could review the London one real quick, but New York has not opened yet, so we got to wait for that. Here's an example here. This was a beautiful short in London, okay, right here. Okay, so this is an example of the very first moment in time the unicorn is confirmed. For these reasons. It has a swing high, it has a swing low, it has a new high, then it has a new low. So this is in fact a bearish breaker. These two down close candles here. Seeing that there's also an FEG aligned with the breaker. That's what shows that this is a breaker plus a fair value gap. And then you can see the time as well, right? London is 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. Right, so this would be an example of a short during London. Shorting from the beginning of the breaker with a stop at the high aiming at the low. Right? So setting shorts here at the beginning of the breaker, once this candle closes, makes sense. You can see an entry for the short there. That's another entry. Now we're starting to leave. That might have been a third entry, but it's starting to leave now. All right, another entry there. And now we're off to, oh, they gave another entry. Wow, 4 or 5 entries there. And then they take off. So that's a quick example of the breaker plus fair value gap right there. We have New York Open coming up any second, so we can also take a look at it live in real time to see if it actually happens. But as of right now, there is none on the screen, so it's just a matter of waiting and seeing what New York Open provides for us. $300 more needed to pass my Lucid eval. All right, Mr. Chronic, let's go. $300 more. Only good setups. All right, no rushing, no impulsiveness. Only good setups. $300 more. Let's get it. Ash, what are the IB time session opens? Here you go. It's coming up in a couple seconds. Give me a second here. All right, ready? Globex IB. Here, I'll even type it out so that you can see it. Globex IB, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Asia, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. London, 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. New York, 9:30 to 10:30. All New York times. Those are your sessions for IB. All right. Bears are stepping in right at the open. Let's see what they're doing. Your breaker's at 4 a.m. instead of 3 a.m. It does not have to happen at a certain time. It just has to happen during the session, right? It's not like we only look at opportunities that happen at the beginning. It's at any point during the session. So London session. And let's just get this clear. Those IB times, that's only a portion of London session. London goes all the way until 5. All right, so far we're getting a little bit move lower to start the session. Give me a second here, chat. We're going to move to the sitting desk. Take you guys on the elevator with me. 1 floor down. All right. Okay. Let's see what we're going to get here today, chat. Like, are they making the change in the state of delivery already? Is this a short setup? Or is this a fake out? What is this? Is that SMT on the lows on the daily? Is that a fake out or what? It should be 8 p.m. in Asia. They don't switch to daylight savings. Yes, we had daylight savings here in the U.S., so no matter what, your chart should just be set to New York times. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. That way there's no confusion. The bears just sending it lower off the open. Are they going to send it all the way to the low there? Do we need to sweep the low one more time? Wonder if that's 50% in this range too. Oh man, 50% in the range. Getting a rejection. Is it going to go to the range low? Look at the 15-minute bullish FEG. Let's take a look. I mean, if you're talking about this one, they're running right through it on both of the assets. NQ tapped into the lower one. ES hasn't tapped into the lower one, so that's probably what you're referring to, is this one here. We can definitely see if that provides any type of reaction. What a dump right off the open there. Matt, at 7 a.m. on NQ, can we call it a bullish change in the state of delivery? What time frame are we looking at? 7 a.m.? $7 a.m. I would not use this as a bullish change in the state of delivery. If you're on the hourly chart looking at 7 a.m., I would not use that as a change in the state of delivery. 5-minute chart. Are we looking for an entry function or? Yeah, this on the 5-minute chart, but like a 5-minute chart is for entry functions. I wouldn't use this for overall direction. You get what I'm saying? Like the higher time frames hold more influence, right? So like if the daily chart shows a downtrend, right? So this right here, if the daily chart shows a downtrend, like that's more important than a 5-minute change in the state of delivery. Like, yes, that is a change in the state of delivery. I agree with you. But what I'm trying to say is the context that this provides is not more important than the daily chart. So I wouldn't want to use this. Right, like it's very clear that PPI and FOMC set the tone, right? We're clearly heading lower there. We're still making new lows. So 5-minute change in the state of delivery is not going to do it, in my opinion. Uni on both. Yeah, the lower time frames, right? Yep, up here. Seems like they're just sending it right to the targets, though. I don't know. It seems so aggressive right now that they might not even want to retrace back to the breaker or the change in the state of delivery. It looks like they're just sending it lower right now. Right, whether you're looking at this as the breaker, whether you're looking at this as the change in the state of delivery, it's just aggressively moving lower right now. Yeah, there definitely was a bearish gap there too. Yep, I agree with that. Also 50% in the range here. So 50% in the range and the gap. Definitely makes sense for the rejection. And it's moving lower. Any positions yet so far, chat? I'm in my live account right here, so you'll be able to see if I get one. But anybody else grab any yet? How's everybody else doing so far on New York Open? Do like the bearish 5-minute setup. Yeah, I'm just being patient to start the day. The one thing I don't like is that ES has a flat candle top here. I want to give it some time here to see if what this 15-minute candle is going to do. So we got another 4 minutes for the 15-minute candle to close, but I'm curious about this being a wick. This is what I'm curious about right now, is that ES didn't tap into the bullish FEG while NQ did. Right, so this could be an area of support. And there's SMT at that location. And ES has a flat candle top for the 15-minute candle. So I'm just letting this 15-minute candle close. So I'm being patient to start the day. All right, if it invalidates the bullish SMT here, then that makes it a little more clear. Front ran and captured 1R. Very good job. Congratulations. If you're green on the day, you might want to stay green. If you're green on the day, there's no better way to go into a weekend than being green. So if you are green on the day, you might as well just take it and be done. Flat so far. Yep, same here. We'll see if we can find a position here. Letting the 15-minute candle close, gathering some more data. See if we can hop into a position here shortly. Let's see what we got here. Once again, if you weren't here in the beginning of the live stream, we made a deal for 200 likes. If the live stream on YouTube gets to 200 likes, I'm going to do a giveaway here for somebody that's in chat currently. So if that hits 200 likes, we got another giveaway to have a little bit of Friday fun before the weekend. Hey, good morning, The Punisher. Hope your day's going well. Oats Trades, how are you doing today? The Info Doctor, good morning or good day, depending on where you're from. Hope everybody's week is going well. Happy Friday. One more day and then the weekend. So let's crush it today. Let's see what the market gives us, and then we'll go into the weekend. Good morning, Spartan. How are you doing today? Tried hitting the like button 200 times for everybody. W. That's a team player right there. Are you shorting? You'll be able to see if I get a position because I'm currently in my live account. Okay? So you'll just see the buttons being clicked if it happens. Good morning, Mark. Hope your day's going well. So this is what I'm actually curious about right here. Right? Like this is something that I might even consider actually. We've been talking about the bullish SMT at the lows. Maybe I even missed it. Maybe I even missed it, chat. I would consider this right here. We've been talking about this bullish FVG here and the SMT against ES at it. So notice how ES did not tap into that gap, but NQ did. And then we also pointed to the flat candle there on the 15-minute chart for ES. Right, so these are the reasons why I'm not taking that short. Okay. We pointed, that's the third time pointing to it now. So we'll see what happens here. Which one was it? Which one on the daily chart was the stronger pair, chat? Before I hop out to the daily, which one was the stronger pair again? Who remembers the analysis from the beginning of the conversation? From the daily chart, which one was the stronger pair? Who remembers? Before I hop out there. Hop out to the daily chart. All right, let's see. Correct. Correct. Of course you guys would get it correct. This is what I'm referring to. Right here. We had spoke about bullish SMT on the daily chart. Seeing NQ make the higher low. That makes me want to look at NQ over ES. Okay, so maybe we'll take a look at this. See what type of reaction occurs in here. I'm looking at the breaker plus fair value gap. Want to see what happens there. So this is what I'm trying to point to right here. All right, let's see what happens here. If they tap into it one more time, I'll look at this. See if we can go target the equal highs up there. So is this 30? I'll give it about 30 points. About $600 for more than 1,200. What was that? 1,800? See if they give one more opportunity. All right, let's see if it could dig into the breaker. Don't front run me. We'll see. This is what I'm looking at. Trying to get something into there. All right, I'm giving it about $600. So stop will be down here at the breaker low. And looks like they're cutting right through it. Wow. All right, chat. They went right through it today. Wow. What a quick answer. What a quick answer. L for the day. The breaker was not the answer. Unfortunate. Let's get a screenshot of that so we can document it. Unfortunate, chat. All right, let's get this posted. Looks like the daily SMT is not going to provide the logic that we were looking for today. All right, so I took a screenshot of it so I can post it, but let's also talk about this real quick. So this is what I was looking at. One more recap for it. Right here. All right, so I was looking at the daily bullish SMT, right? So looking at that to see if it was trying to make a reversal. We've also already taken out previous day low. Okay, so during New York session, I was going in and looking at, we had a 15-minute gap here. Okay. 15-minute gap here. Beautiful reaction to it. On top of that, we also had the SMT here against ES. At the time, ES was not inside this gap. Okay, so the bullish daily SMT with a bullish 15-minute SMT still ends in a loss. Still ends in a loss. Right, so then after obtaining that information, right, so here's the higher time frame information. We also got lower time frame breaker plus fair value gap. Right, so that was all of the reasons for the position, but here's the outcome to the position, right? Stop loss. So we entered at the beginning of the breaker. So you can see the blue check mark at the top of the candle. Then we got stopped out. You can see the red check mark at the bottom of the breaker. So instantly invalidated. That took literally no time. What is that? 950 to 950. I mean, geez, it literally couldn't have been a quicker answer for us today. So looks like a very quick Friday. A very quick Friday. I am going to throw 2 more cents in there. All right. So I'm not the individual to be over trading, revenge trading, right? Like I'd rather just take the loss and call it a day. So just my 2 cents on that. Like I'd rather just be red than now tilt and blow the entire account. Okay. So accept the risk before the risk has been taken, or don't take the risk at all, is what I'm saying there, right? There's no reason for a loss to then ruin the rest of your business, okay? If you were to go in revenge trade, right? Like now, if you have the mindset of, I need to make that money back, that is going to be the thing that sends you into the tilt that blows the account, right? So I'm good on the L. That's where we'll finish the week. Completely okay with being red. And right now I'm gonna go hit the gym. Right? There's no reason to try to get that money back. Be objective to your results. Okay? Don't let it influence any type of intrusive thoughts. If anybody wants to go over any information, if anybody has any questions regarding that, we can do a quick Q&A before we wrap it up, but I won't be taking another position. That's it for me. That is it for me. That is it for me. Any questions, any information, feel free to throw it in chat. Looks like the like button only got to 81 today. We'll have to figure that out soon. We do have some accounts to give away, so I guess maybe we'll figure out a different giveaway opportunity. So it does look like whoever took the bearish one, the Bears ended up playing out there. So I was on the wrong side, but if you took the 5-minute bearish one, that was clean. That was clean. Congrats to anybody that was on the right side of that thing. The bearish one was clean. Notice that you look more on the 15 than the hourly. I wouldn't say that. Maybe that happened today. But in the larger picture of things, I spend more time on the hourly chart, without a doubt. Yeah. That's not really a comparison either. There's no perfect time frame, so it doesn't even matter if you want to look at the 15-minute or the hourly. What does matter is that you need a higher time frame, a medium time frame, and a lower time frame. So I usually look at the daily as the higher. The medium is either the hourly or the 15-minute. And then the 5-minute or the 1-minute is the lower time frames. So the last rejection and big move down was a tick perfect off of yesterday's POC. Was that point of control, right? I believe that's a volume term. W for Mr. The Punisher. The Punisher is just as disciplined. Everybody could do it. Anybody here is capable of doing it. Let's type this up too. Let's do that as well. All right. 3, 20, 26. So 15-minute gap, 15-minute SMT, 1-minute breaker, plus fair value gap, stop, loss, hit. Okay. Getting the documentation done for the Discord as well. Then we can get that onto Twitter. The dumpster continues. We were just completely on the wrong side, chat. They're still dumping. Completely on the wrong side. The daily SMT is lying to us. It just completely lied to us. Unfortunate. They're still going lower. The bearish setup was the one, chat. Who took the bearish one? Who took the bearish one? All right, getting all of the executions documented. The bearish setup, this is the one that I'm pointing to right here. Unfortunate. Swing high, swing low, new high, new low. You have the FEG aligned with it. Right, the bearish FEG right here. That's a breaker plus fair value gap. So the bearish 5-minute is the one that played out. The bullish 1-minute got ran over. So took the bearish one on evals. Let's go, Mika. W. Congratulations. Yeah, the 15-minute SMT is what caught me on the wrong side. Was this right here. Where's the magnet again? Okay. At this moment in time, I was looking at how nice this wick looked. And then on top of that wick, there was also bullish SMT here. So that's why I went for the bullish one. And we all see the results now. So have you heard of triple witching day, Ash? Yes, I have. Yes, that's when the options expire. Took the bearish 5-minute sell. Let's go. Good job, Horn. Let's go. The Bears clearly won this morning. The Bears clearly won this morning. All right. Any other questions? Any other information? Unless you guys have questions or information you'd like to go over, I'm not going to stick around because there's no reason to overtrade. There's no reason to overanalyze. Came in, took my risk. It didn't work out. Now time to go get some fresh air, get some steps in, make sure I get over to the gym, along with work on some other businesses. Plain and simple. The most efficient loser will win. Become the best loser. Okay? You're going to have to fail at some point in this business, but don't let your failure determine your entire business. Okay? Don't let it knock you off your path. Don't let it ruin the rest of your business. Take it for what it is. Learn from it. Document it. Come back again with the same focus and the same energy the next time. Okay? Why don't you wait for any better setup? Well, we don't know what is better. If we knew what was better, then we'd probably always be winning. But I don't think anybody knows the answer. There's never any type of guarantee with trading. So if somebody was capable of telling the future, then, you know, they'd be trillionaires by now. But that's not how this works. We take a risk. We don't know what the future lies for us. We just take smart risk so that we don't blow up and we can learn from every single opportunity. Okay, so locking in another payout for the Prince. W again for the Prince. Congratulations on that payout. Very happy to hear that. Very, very happy to hear that. Alrighty, so happy Friday once again. All right. Go enjoy some time with your family. Go enjoy some time with some fresh air. Do something good for the soul. Do something good for the body. Get a workout done. I hope everybody has a phenomenal weekend. We'll be right back here on Monday once again. Same time, same place. Ready to conduct our business just like every other day. So, just want to take a moment to say thank you as well. I greatly appreciate every single person that shows up for the live streams, all the information that we share, getting to go through this with other like-minded professionals. It just provides so many more learning opportunities than if we did this on our own. So, thank you for your time, your questions, your information. Let's keep working. Let's keep learning. I hope everybody has a phenomenal weekend, and I will see you all on Monday. All right? Have a nice weekend, chat. I will see you all on Monday.